Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to S.A.T practice. It will be a series of practice, so we try to cover as much as I can from the S.A.T question. So today we are going to do one of the most confused part on the S.A.T, which is the defined operation or defined function. So let's start with the first question. So here for all p not equal to 0, so we have p star, which is this is my new operation, is defined by p plus 5 over p minus 2. So as you see, we have p is not equal to 2 because the denominator of this fraction is p minus 2. So if p equal to 2, we'll have 0 on the denominator. This is why we exclude 2 from the set of number that may be used by p. So here the number star is the number plus 5 over the number minus 2. So this is exactly how you should read this. So if the number is 3, then 3 star will be 3 plus 5 over 3 minus 2. So which is 8 over 1, which is 8. And as you see, E is my answer. Second question. Here we have square x. It's defined by x squared over 2. So now we need to check which one of those is equal to 2. So in order for me to know which one of those equal to 2, what I do, I solve for these equations. In fact, is another way how to say solve for x given that square x equal 2. So it's exactly the other form of the question. So now I'm going to solve for x here. So I substitute square x by its value, which is x squared over 2 equal 2. Multiply both sides by 2. So the fraction cancel out. So x squared equal 4. Then take square root. So x equal plus or minus 2. So here we're dealing with a positive number. So the answer will be x equal 2. So A will be my answer. And if I substitute, if I do this here, I get 2 squared over 2. So it's going to be 4 over 2, which is 2. Next question. So we have A number B is defined by minus square root of A plus B square. So here they ask me what is 2 number 3. So it's minus square root, open parentheses, the first plus the second square. So this is how we should read it. First number, second equal minus square root first plus second square. Now it's straightforward, minus square root of 5 square, so which is just minus 5. And the answer is B. Next, here the question is the following. If circle D denote the area of a circle with diameter D, so that means the circle D is the area of a circle with diameter D. That means what's the formula of the circle with diameter D is pi d squared over 4. So this is the area of the circle using the diameter. So here they ask me to find the value of circle 4 times circle 6. So circle 4 times circle 6. Now look, they don't give you a number, they give you the answer with the circle. That means I need to have a form of a circle times diameter uh, inside of diameter. That means the diameter can be 24, 12, or any one of those answer. So which means I need to keep the form of the answer look like this. So that's the point. Keep the form look like this, so you can conclude right away. The number square, you can put it here so you know which answer you will get. Now let's solve this. So we have pi times 4 squared over 4 times pi 6 squared over 4. The diameter here is 6. I substitute 6 here. The diameter here is 4. I substitute 4 here. Now I simplify here. because I want to keep only one 4, because I have only one 4 here. Here we have pi times 4 times pi times x squared over 4. Don't cancel this because we need to have 4 on the denominator in order for us to change from this notation to this notation. Now, I move the 4 here because I cannot have a number. So what I do, I keep the pi here. So it's going to be pi 4 times x squared over 4. So 4 is to square. So I change this one to exponent over 4. And we know that if I have a to the power n times b to the power n, if the exponent are the same, we can combine the base and have one exponent. So this will be pi times pi 2 times x squared over 4. And 2 times x is 12, so it's going to be pi times pi 12 squared over 4. As you see here, if I want to change the notation to circle, so it's going to be pi circle 12, which is the d here. Next, so here we have ternary number x, y, z. So and we have arrow x, y, z. Arrow with both side is the first minus the second times the third. You see how I read it. I read it based on the order that I have here. First, second, third. So x, y, z arrow is first minus second times the third. So what's the value for a to have these equations? This statement equal to that statement, or that number equal that number. So what I do here, I write down the equations. So we have 0, 1, a equal 1a 0. So this one is the first one, is the first number minus the second times the third. Here is the first minus the second times the third. Anything times 0 is 0. That means this is 0. So here 0 minus 1 is minus 1, so it's going to be minus 1 times a, which is going to be minus a equal 0 divided by minus 1. So a will be 0. So the answer is C. Next, we have square x is x squared minus 2. Now, if square 2 minus square x equal x squared, so then what's the value for x? So let's see this. So I have square 2 minus square x equal. So square 2, I need to substitute 2 here. If I substitute 2 here, I substitute 2 here too. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 2 squared minus 2. You see? I just put it this way. Square 2 is 2 squared minus 2. And x, we already know this. So minus x squared minus 2, because here square x is an expression. If I have minus an expression, what I do, I create parentheses. Because here after that, I'm going to distribute with the minus. So here is going to be 4 minus 2 minus x squared plus 2, because here I distribute the minus. So 2 and 2 cancel out, so what's left is 4 minus x squared. Now, what they say, this is equal to x squared. So this statement is equal to x squared. So I'm going to put x squared here. Now, I add x squared both sides. I got 2x squared equal 4 divided by 2. So I got x equal to x squared equal to. Then what I do, I take square root. So x will be either plus or minus square root of 2. So what does mean this? Does mean either x equals square root of 2 or x equal minus square root of 2. So here they give me one choice, which is the square root of 2. So I will pick that choice. So this will be my answer. For this question, what do we have? We have for ordinary number, we have a and b. So a times b is not equal to 0. What does it mean? Does it mean either? So does mean here not either. It's both of them not equal to 0. A is not 0 and b is not 0. We cannot have both of them equal to 0. This is what does it mean. If one of them is equal to 0, of course it's going to be equal to 0. So here what do we have? A diamond B is the first diamond, the second is the first times the second minus the first over the second. I hope it's clear. So here they give me three choices and they say, okay, which one are true? So which one is true? Which one of those five choices? So let's start with the first one. So can we have A diamond B is the same thing as B diamond A? So let's see, what is A diamond B is the first times the second minus the first over the second. And the same thing here, we have the first times the second minus the first over the second. So we know that BA and AB are the same, so this can be cancelled out. But is it A over B same thing as B over A? So pick a number. 1 over 2, is it 2 over 1? No. That means the first choice cannot work. So let's try the second one. If I have A diamond A is the first times the second minus the first over the second, which means I have A squared minus 1. And this is the difference of two square. So if I have A squared minus B squared is A minus B times A plus B. So here the same thing as A minus 1 times A plus 1. And this is what the second choice is. A plus 1 times A minus 1. And this is true. Now let's try the third choice. Can we have A diamond B diamond C is the same thing as A diamond B diamond C? Is it diamond associative? Let's see. So A diamond B diamond C. So it's the same thing as I do the order of operation, which is parentheses first. So it's going to be the first times the second minus the first over the second diamond C. So this is a number. So it's like I'm having the first and C is the second. First and C is the second. So this will be what? The first times the second minus the first over the second. As you see, this is exactly how we should see it. So here, if I distribute and simplify, I got ABC minus AC over B. And here I will have minus AB over C plus A over BC. So this is what I got for the first one. Let's see the second one. We have A diamond BC. A diamond B diamond C. So I do the parentheses first, so I got A diamond and first times second minus first over second. Now I have A first diamond second. It's going to be the first times the second minus the first over BC minus B over C. And as you see, they're totally different, those two. So which means that you see we don't have any fraction that has an expression which is an additional subtraction here. So which means that the third one is not true. So the only true statement is the second one, so I just circle B. Next, the operation star is defined for all no zero. That means x and y, they are not zero. Given that x star y is x over y. So they ask me what's this expression look like. So if I have x star y star z. So x star y first star second is first over second. That's exactly what I do. So I do the order of operation, parentheses first. So I'm going to do x over y star z. First, second. First over second. So it's going to be what? X over y over z. And this is the same thing as over 1 multiplied by the reciprocal. So it's going to be x over y times 1 over z, which is x over y z. And E will be my answer. Next one. So here we have n is a number, so we don't even know what type of number, but is a number, so which means is a real number. So they define n with infinite on the top to be the least integers greater than or equal to n. That means suppose the I is my integer, so I is the least integer greater than n. So I is greater or equal than n. So if I have minus 2.1, so what are all the integer greater than minus 2.1? So is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and so on. So I'm looking for the least one. That means the smallest one is minus 2. So this will be minus 2, and the answer is C. Next one. So we have n star, and keep in mind n is positive number, is square root of n over 2, because we cannot have the inside of the square root something negative. Now let's see what is 64 star star. So it's like I'm having exponent, exponent. So what you do, don't do the multiplication because there's no property for that. So what we do, we start with the parentheses first. So I'm going to do the inside of the parentheses. So it's going to be star, and 64 star is square root of 64 over 2. So what is square root of 64? I'm not going to pick the negative. There is no negative because I'm dealing with a positive number. So it's going to be 8 over 2 star. So which is 4 star. Yes. And 4 star is what? Is square root of 4 over 2, which is 2 over 2. And this is 1. So the answer is A. So this is all about today. Thank you for watching the video. So if you have any comments about my way of presenting the question or the concept, do so. It can help me improve my way of teaching. Thank you for watching the video, and Assalamu alaikum.